Hi, kids.
Hey, I'm just looking. Looks like I have a lot of hair, or because it's
You
all
think?
that. It looks like I don't have. Because if I go
Hello.
over here, there you go. You can see my. Oh,
It's rolling.
Geez. It's rolling. Oh
Okay.
yeah, but
Hello.
B-roll.
Actually, no, we're going to use it right like it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, hi, guys. Listen, so basically, we wanted to talk. I'm sorry, am I hurting you? We wanted to talk about, we're a couple, okay?
Couple of
Weirdos. And we work together and we love together and we do everything together. And we thought, let's do some information, some behind the scenes about
the scenes
about our stuff, right? So I thought today, because it came up for me, you're perfect.
Yeah.
But it did come up for me about ways in which I kind of sabotage, or what do we call that? Like not self-destruct, but
defeating behaviors.
Self-defeating behaviors in a relationship that we do that actually keep us stuck or struggling.
Well, right, because the truth is that intimate relationships really can bring out the absolute best and absolute worst of who we are. And nothing brings a warrior to their knees quicker than a woman who they're wanting to please, to support, to love, to make happy, and have the inability to do so. And that can.
Do you know what research says? I like what you're saying. I'm sorry.
Okay. Which research?
Do you know what research says? That the only time a man actually women end a relationship more than men do. Number one. And they end it, by the research shows, so unhappy for like 5 years before they finally pull the trigger. But for men typically do not end relationships. You know the one time they do? Let's not keep people waiting. It's when he feels like he cannot make her happy. When he gets to the point where he feels like there's nothing I can do to please her, that's true. When, do you know what's yummy? I have a little stash over here. Do you know what these are? Frozen grapes.
Are they just
God's
annual grapes,
candy.
or are those the cotton candy grapes?
I do use the cotton candy grapes, but today, little tip. Ew, I just spit.
Or big tip. How did it land on the? You see the clean that off.
Little tip. They're delicious if you feel like you don't want to eat chocolate anymore because it makes you a psychopath, like it does me. Thank God, if I just tune into how bad sugar makes me feel, like mentally, I'll stop eating it. But anyway, God's candy. I know, but it's good sugar.
It's like good fat.
Okay.
It's true. Both. It's not high fructose.
Fructose. Let me lay out let's get to the point, okay? This is I'm going to upload this on Teaching Tuesday, actually. So we need to teach something, okay?
Oh.
No pressure. So what I do whenever I get under duress, okay, under a lot of stress, I try to be. I'm a relationship coach, right? I want to be use all my tools, man. Use all my skills. I help people.
Sometimes a plumber has a leaky sink too.
No kidding, right? So, but however, I fail. And one of my old defeating patterns under stress is, how do I get stressed out first? I have to know what causes me stress, right? That's really important to know the things that trigger you up and send you to another planet. Mine is all of a sudden when a lack mentality creeps in. So whether that means there's a lull in our business, and look, honey, the tide comes in, but the tide goes out too, okay? There's ebbs and flows in everything, and we're creating this empire together. And so, there's a lot of stress and pressure. And so if I start to feel lack in any way, shape, or form, I go into panic mode. Now, honey, it's deep embedded, okay? I grew up poor. We did not have a lot of money. I did not have a lot of things. And so if I feel we're not poor, but if I start to, that's how crazy I go, right, with lack. So I go into super controlling. And I'm okay, I go into compulsive self-reliance where I'll just do everything. I don't even need anybody's help. And I'll get really indignant about me doing everything. Or the other thing I do, is that noise?
It's my computer.
Oh, the other thing I do that's super, not distracting, but unfortunate, is withholding. So anytime I go feel lack, I'm like, oh, I turn into a straight up hoarder.
Yeah.
It's like an A&E episode up in here.
Which is counterintuitive, because by that behavior
right.
in the first place, as we know, creates the very thing that we're looking to not
Now,
experience in the first place.
Can I just clarify, honey? I don't start to hoard stuff. I hoard emotions.
Right.
I hoard my energy.
I
hoard my, I'm an emotional hoarder, which means, or, I just want to withhold everything. Right? I want to keep it all to myself. And so actually, if I'm feeling like any lack or stress, the natural inclination is just to shut it all down, to not give. And I think that's true in business too. For a lot of people who are feeling restriction, like feeling lack, their response is restriction. It's things are tight. They actually withhold information. They withhold their attention. They withhold it.
Well,
and you need to do the opposite.
Right. What's so interesting, like we see that in organizations, if we're talking business, where they, when the bottom line is being challenged, and I understand it, like you don't want to create fear, right, within an organization. You don't want to create fear within a relationship. You don't want, obviously, to create an environment that then makes that more prevalent. However, by pretending it doesn't exist and not having an open conversation about it, saying, hey, here's what's going on, here's what we're experiencing, here's what some of our emotions and how it's impacting, and then we can have a conversation about it and move forward.
It's like a form of punishment. This restricting, this withholding is like, I'm going to punish you in a weird way that you don't even know why you're being punished, and so we had a conversation, like you said, right? So I noticed the other day, I started to do it, and I sent him I sent you a text. And I was like, you know what? I see myself doing it. And I was, and inadvertently too, I was preoccupied with thoughts of lack, right? And thoughts of strategy and how we're going to take care of it and all of those things. And so I was driving Ellie to school, and I was totally absorbed in this neurosis and this like anxiety about things. And she sensed something was wrong. And that my morning drive with her is precious, right? My morning drive with her, where she makes up songs and sings to me. My time with my husband is precious, right? My interaction with him, me giving and pouring into him. So when I go into that mode, it hurts everybody. It hurts Ellie, it hurts you, it hurts me. And so I texted you later on and said, you know what? I felt myself restricting, and I'm still scared. I still have anxiety. What are we going to do? And so we came together and we strategized as a team. My inclination to be compulsively self-reliant, to go off on my own, I said, no, I want to do the opposite of that. If you want something new, you got to do something new. You got to believe something new. And so I just said, you know what, this is distracting me. I'm a control freak. Let's just be together and figure it out. Thanks. I thought you were going to put them on there, like their noise canceling.
Well, no. It'd be interesting, because that's sometimes a little bit of what I do. Is when I'm under stress, I kind of shut down, and I get really sort of introspective, and I don't communicate, and I
don't share your fears. You just pretend not to have any. Yeah.
Well, right, because that is, for most men as well, that is part of the training, where you don't want to go, yeah, I'm a little stressed out too, and yeah, I'm frustrated, and I'm not, kind of right now being able to see the clear pathway, and having challenges with things. And as men, we don't want to create that space of, oh no, if I don't have my crap together, then she's gonna freak out, and Ellie's gonna freak out. So that's that balance, is how do you be honest about where you're at without it going like off the deep end? Because that's really what it is. I think most times people can say and have a real legit conversation and be honest and say, yeah, this is not exactly going according to plan. I'm stressed out about this. I'm frustrated about that. And vent and share and be honest, to catastrophizing and the world is over and F you and F them and then get into like that path. Well, that's good, right? It's intense. Yeah. But that's what happens, because then it spins out of control.
Yes. And you know what I'm thinking about that I think is the takeaway from today? Okay, we're just going to give you like a little nugget, okay, a little wisdom nugget, a wisdom bomb, a little truth serum. Most people don't get to the point where they're able to avoid the blow up, the atomic bomb situation, because what happens is there's no awareness, there's all projection. So if I continue to believe operate under the delusion that everything I'm experiencing is your fault, and you put me in this situation, and you make me feel this way, and you're the one that's doing it, then nothing changes. So the first step, and the only step we're going to give you, this little bite-sized nugget, is awareness and insight into your own self. There is this beautiful quote. Ready? What's missing in your relationship is what you're withholding. What's missing in your relationship is what you're withholding. If you feel misunderstood in your relationship, you're misunderstanding. If you feel there's no affection in your relationship, you're withholding affection. If you feel like there's no support, you're not giving support. So you have to be willing to have an awareness and an insight in your own behavior first, and be aware of your own projections. Now look, they're looking at us. You know what they're thinking right now? Other than he wants to talk and she keeps going. You know what else they're thinking?
They want a grape?
They might. They're really good. They're thinking, easy for you guys to say. That's what they're thinking. They're thinking, easy for you guys. Look, you're there. You work together. Do you understand? Honey, I paid my dues to get here. I wish you a Doug. I hope you find yourself a Doug. But Lord knows I had a lot of dogs. Okay? A lot of, no, not all of them. I was only attracted to the ones that were dogs. The ones that wanted me, I didn't want. But I had to do the internal work required to get a healthy, stable, emotionally available man. Thank the Lord Jesus. But I paid my dues and did the work.
We obviously we both did. We both have learned some valuable lessons from
Just want
past
people to know it wasn't
relationships. Full disclosure is my second marriage, so that's probably it was a big thing for you as well. Not everybody's kind of going, huh. You know what I'm looking for? Someone who's already been through it and proven they can't do it. Like it's not necessary.
Second time's the charm.
Yeah. So and that for both men and women on their second time around, I'm sure is part of a little bit of the story going on in the back of the head. Like what is that going to mean to somebody? Are they,
Or a lot of people have had a past. They've had a really, I came with a past. I had a lot of drama. I certainly had my own dysfunctional behavior. I was, really dysfunctional. Certainly a typical, self-sabotage or ticking time bomb. And I had a lot of things that I was bringing, like a lot of imperfection, right? That was coming and going, hey, I'm nuts. Okay, I'm cuckoo. And he was like, me too. I was like, amen, right? Let's be crazy together. So anyway, we just want to leave you with that little tip today.
Crazy like a fox.
We don't want to, something like that.
That's from a movie.
We don't want to overwhelm you today. We just want to give you a little bit of a tidbit. By the way, if you love being around us, and we love being around you, coming up in February, so it's a long way away, but once a year at the beginning of the year, we do our special deep dive called Believe, which is a 3-day immersion experience with us where you learn how to totally transform every area of your life. It is unbelievable. An alchemy of the soul and spirit, mind, body, spirit. It's amazing. Anyway, if you're interested in that, send us a message. But in the meantime, we hope you got some value out of today. We love you so much. Great job, honey.
We love you for who you are and...
Oh, you're not.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
All
Beautiful.
right. Have a good day. Bye. Bye.